Ah, yes. There's nothing like the call of the open road and the cool breeze in your face.
How you guys doing back there?
A pleasure many of us are happy to share.
Thank you.
This goes in the car with me for about 4 hours a week. I commute to London, so she goes to doggy daycare there.
We spend billions keeping our pets safe and healthy. But do the things we buy really work? We're putting popular pet safety products through their paces.
This is the powder.
And revealing that when it comes to your pet and you,
There you go. Good boy.
there is
3,
pause for concern.
4. Look at your hand, Grady. Put your hand out.
It's okay. Good.
With so much time on the road, Christine Sawyer wants to make sure both she and Cisco are safe. So she bought a car harness.
There you go.
Guess you could call it a doggy seatbelt.
I've heard of incidents where dogs have disappeared after accidents and they've never found them. Injuries, catapulted through windshields.
Okay, go to the car.
For Jennifer Duggan, one accident was enough to convince her to buckle her puggle.
Everything in my car moved up into the front seat. It terrifies me not only for his safety, but for my safety. I don't know where people think their dog is going to go in an accident if they're not restrained. Out the window would be my guess.
Quincy Amon doesn't have to guess. As a volunteer firefighter, he's witnessed the terrible consequences of a crash.
I've seen a few accidents, and things come out of the vehicles, and I would not want that to happen to her.
So he bought a car harness for Abby, who rides alongside his daughter, Ava.
I want her to stay in safe, just like I wear my seatbelt, Ava wears her seatbelt. That's why she gets hers too.
Yes, the pet safety trend is gaining ground. Even our own Marketplace watchdog, Griffin, wears a harness in the car. Pet seatbelts can save lives, which is why the RCMP and the SPCA urge people to buckle up their pet. Lindsay Wolko took that advice.
I purchased a harness from my local big box retail store. It said on the package that it would keep her safe in an accident. I thought I did everything I was supposed to do. And one day, while she was in it, I had to slam on the brakes to avoid an accident. And she went sailing. And it also threw her into the back of the front seat.
Lindsay was okay, but her dog took weeks to heal. That scare prompted Lindsay to create a pet safety organization and help design one of the first crash test dummy dogs.
Okay.
Made of engineered metal covered in fur.
So Center for Pet Safety was founded as a consumer advocacy agency to ensure pet product safety. We want to make sure that the products do what the manufacturers claim they should do.
And Lindsay's dog is the perfect companion to help us do just that, along with a team of engineers at the Center for Crash Safety in Flint, Michigan. This university lab is a regular stop for the auto industry, testing the safety of seatbelts, airbags, even child seats. But today, we'll be sending Lindsay's dog down this track at 48 kilometers an hour towards a head-on collision. To crash test 5 dog harnesses widely sold in Canada. First up, the Top Paw. The package says it will restrain your pet in case of an accident. Christine bought hers at PetSmart, which gave her peace of mind.
Back when I bought it, there really weren't a lot of choices, and that seemed like the best choice. It was a large chest area, which I was hoping would make sure that if there was an accident, there'd be more of an impact instead of like a narrow harness like most of them are.
So will Top Paw do what it promises? Keep your dog buckled in? Seconds away.
Ready for launch.
It's not good.
No.
The crash happens in the blink of an eye. But when we slow it down, you can see the moment the Top Paw harness gives way. At this speed, the test dog becomes a near 1,000 kilo projectile as it slams into the front seat, or worse, the windshield of the car. The telltale rip in the harness reveals where the failure occurred.
We bought that brand at PetSmart. That's a big store. That's exclusive to them.
Catastrophic failure is not something they should be proud of. So in a severe crash situation, this product will easily fail. You can see. Puts her life in jeopardy. And the dog can also be ejected from the vehicle, which is a huge concern for other drivers on the road, not to mention the dog.
The first harness was a fail. But will the next one hold its own? This time we're buckling the test dog into the Clicks car-safe harness. It promises to provide maximum protection and comfort for traveling dogs. Quincy liked the sound of that.
She's 67 pounds. She needs something strong to hold her back. It was one of the higher quality ones that the store had, and that's why I chose it.
But the most important family member Quincy wants to keep safe is 7-year-old Ava.
She is slobberface, yeah.
Belted in right next to Abby. Back at the crash test lab, our crash test doggie is ready for another ride. The engineers are set to launch the sled again. Whoa! The Clicks safety harness also fails to restrain the dog, sending it careening through the vehicle. Only the lab's anchor belt keeps it from rocketing out of the sled completely.
Would you call that an epic fail?
Looks that way. Looks that way.
The family dog almost certainly would have been hurt. Perhaps the passengers too. Passengers such as Quincy's daughter, Ava.
That's
What's
what
left
happened.
of
It says it's made from seatbelt material.
it? Yes.
So what are we to make of what the results were?
If you're looking for crash protection, this is not it.
And neither is the next one we test. Simply named Car Harness, it promises to give the same protection to your pet that you do to yourself. Promise broken. What will our dog owners think? We've invited the trio to watch footage of our test and see for themselves how their harness holds up. How you doing?
My hands are sweating.
Look a little nervous.
First up, our firefighting dad.
How do you think it's going to do in the test?
I'm hoping it's going to do very well.
Okay, we'll see how it does.
Yep.
I saw you shaking your head.
Yeah, I thought it would have held together a little better.
Now, you drive with Abby and your daughter, Ava, a lot.
Yeah.
Seeing that happening, what runs through your mind about what might happen in an accident?
Now I'm worried about Ava being hurt and possibly myself, but I know Abby's really going to get banged up. Looking at that, it's not good.
Next, Christine braces to see how the top paw harness she uses performs.
Let's play.
Wow.
What's going through your mind right now, having seen that?
My dog would not be safe. And it's probably come in the back of my head to boot.
When we come back, the makers of this harness claim it's been crash tested in a lab, just like we're doing. She should have nothing to worry about, right? And later,
I see them for dogs,
Exactly.
for cats.
another pet safety product that's supposed to keep fleas away from your pet and home.
Good job.
But what else could it be doing?
Share your tips for keeping your pets safe on Facebook and Twitter.
We're back at Kettering University in Flint, Michigan, using their crash test lab to see if car harnesses keep their promise to protect you and your dog in an accident. The products we've seen to this point have failed. But we're hopeful for the next two at our test, both claiming they've been crash tested. Lindsay Wolko is helping with our crash test.
We're in a crash test facility where they test child seats and safety belts for human beings in cars, that sort of thing. Are we holding pet safety harnesses to too high a standard, perhaps?
I don't think so, because they're making the claims. So they are the ones that are actually setting themselves up to say, this matters to the industry, it matters to you as a consumer, buy our product.
Consumers such as Jennifer Duggan. She liked the solid construction of Kurgo's enhanced strength harness.
So there's steel buckles, and for me personally, I feel like he's more secure in that harness.
She also liked knowing it's been crash tested. Kurgo's even posted video of the test on their website. A big seller for Jennifer because she was once in a crash.
I also got the harness because of the car accident. Knowing that I need to keep the dog safe, that was a #1 priority.
She's anxious to see if Kurgo's claim stands up to an independent crash test done for the Center for Pet Safety.
How do you think it's going to do in the test?
I have no idea. I'm terrified.
Should she be?
Let's have a look.
Kurgo's enhanced strength harness fails to restrain the 34-kilo crash test dog.
That makes me sick to my stomach. I am so angry that they sell these dog seat belts, and the presumption is that they're going to keep your dog safe. That's my dog, You know, I promised when I adopted him to keep him safe and secure, and here I am failing big time because I'm trusting the merchandise.
Do you feel misled by a product like this?
100% misled.
She's probably not alone. We test our 5th and final product, the Solvit Deluxe Car Safety Harness. It also claims to be crash tested. Oh, man.
Oh!
A lot of fur flying on that one.
That's why testing matters. That's why testing matters.
The Solvit is a bust.
How can companies make those claims and get away with it?
There is no regulation. Manufacturers do not have to test before bringing any of these products to market.
We're hungry to know why. Griffin, our marketplace watchdog, is hungry too. So we offer our results to Transport Canada. They regulate seat belts and child safety seats, but pet harnesses, not their department. Griffin's got a bone to pick with them, but his ears perk up when some companies take action. PetSmart, exclusive sellers of Paws, says it will investigate this matter immediately. While the makers of Clicks say they're now urgently reviewing the design of their product. Kane, a big distributor of the car harness brand, says it's halted shipping to stores, and based on our results, will be issuing a full refund to those stores. As for the companies that claim their harnesses are crash tested, they won't come on camera to explain why they failed. But Solvit acknowledges some harnesses with faulty parts may be on the market and is now reviewing its inventory. Bottom line, says Lindsay Wolko, is when it comes to pet safety harnesses, you're on your own.
What are people supposed to take away from seeing this?
You cannot trust an unregulated industry that has no oversight. Do not trust them. You have to rely on your own due diligence. The marketing spin that's out there in the pet products industry goes far beyond the harnesses. You have to do your homework. Okay, you can sit him up.
With the help of Lindsay's dog, a total of 16 harnesses have been independently crash tested. Only one protected both pet and passenger. You can look at the full results on our website.
50 into 16 didn't make it.
That's shocking.
I think I'm going to have to start questioning everything.
For these owners, the answer is clear.
Regulation. Seems nobody can do anything unless they're regulated.
There are some people who might say, they're dogs. Do we really have to worry that much about their safety in an accident?
I say take a look at this video and imagine yourself in the front seat. Imagine the injuries you're going to sustain. So whether you're an animal lover or not, it's a safety issue.
This is not just about dog owners.
No, anybody on the road.
Think about that the next time you buckle up your dog and hit the road. After the break, Erica Johnson with another story to give you pause for concern.
With a pesticide, it doesn't take very much.
Flea collars are designed to protect your pet and family.
Slow down, Big Pig!
But are they doing something else?
Got an idea for a product we should test? Tell us by email or on social media.
That was a dog.
This is Digby. He may be small, but he's a big part of this family and Grady's best bud.
They're constantly playing on the floor or on the sofa. Oh my goodness! Sometimes Grady will fall asleep on the sofa and Digby will nuzzle up next to him, and they love to watch TV together.
So lots of toddler time with your dog.
Yeah, he's definitely part of the family. Good job.
The perfect pup to help us with another Marketplace test.
This is the powder.
We're applying a harmless powder that glows under UV light
Good boy.
to show you how a popular pet product could affect you and your family.
Okay.
See you inside.
About half of us share our home with a cat or a dog, and we've heard from a lot of you with concerns about all kinds of flea treatments.
Something is in that product that is wreaking havoc.
I know of at least 3 pets seriously sick.
The damage on the dog's skin was truly disgusting.
How do the manufacturers live with themselves?
We learn people across North America have been reporting injuries to their pets for years, caused by flea collars, rashes, burns, and worse, dozens and dozens of deaths. Some of the big names behind those collars: Hearts, Zodiac, and Sargents. Makes you wonder what's in them. To get some answers, we head to San Francisco and the offices of NRDC, the Natural Resources Defense Council. Public health scientist Miriam Rotkin-Ellman studied flea collars and what's inside them.
I see them for dogs.
Exactly.
For cats.
Lots of different brands that have the chemicals that we are worried about.
Worried about 2 powerful pesticides, propoxur and tetrachlorvinphos, found in flea collars, both linked to serious health problems and considered unsafe, says this scientist.
More and more science has shown that either prenatally, so exposure for pregnant women, or to young children, low levels of these pesticides can affect the way the nervous system develops.
It can actually affect a toddler's nervous system.
Exactly, that you may not see until the toddler gets a little older and they start learning disabilities, delays in motor development, hyperactivity, behavioral problems have all been linked to this type of pesticide.
So how much of those 2 pesticides in flea collars could we be exposed to? That's where Digby and our powder test come in.
What do you think about the fact that 2 very powerful pesticides are allowed to exist in the home?
I'm shocked. It's really surprising.
It's not scientific, but we want to see how much pesticide the family could come into contact with if Digby wore a flea collar.
Good boy.
Remember that powder we applied? It's easy to see on Digby, but will it transfer onto the furniture, toys, or family? Especially Grady. How much it transfers could be a problem, says Miriam Rotkin-Ellman. She's done her own scientific test looking into how much pesticide gets on to pets wearing flea collars.
So after 3 days, you wiped down the pet, you sent that wipe to a lab. What did you find?
We found much higher levels than we expected. And when we put those numbers into sort of standard calculations for what a kid could get exposed to, we found levels that exceeded what the Environmental Protection Agency actually said was safe.
So how much powder did Digby's family come into contact with? Time to see our results. Under my UV flashlight, the powder we applied to Digby will glow anywhere it's spread. We find it, look at that, on the furniture,
right into the corner.
The parents.
Imagine if that was a toxic pesticide. Under your chin.
This is going to be on national TV.
You're pretty covered. Whoa.
All over Grady's toys.
One of Grady's favorite trains. Wow, that toy is covered.
And worst of all,
oh yeah, look at your hands.
On Grady.
That is very worrisome. If this was a real pesticide, not only can somebody put their hands in their mouths or touch something else or get it all over their house, the pesticides can actually be absorbed through the skin and enter the body that way. And honestly, with a pesticide, it doesn't take very much to cause effects that could stay with that kid for their whole lives.
We tell Grady's dad, Frank Bassett, about the potential risks.
I think this stuff needs to be off the market if it truly is as dangerous as it appears.
So you think that this chemical should be banned immediately?
I think so, yes.
Just gone.
Just gone.
We want Health Canada's take on why these flea collars are still on the market. They say they're phasing out ones with Propoxur. In 3 years, the ones with tetrachlorvinphos will remain on store shelves. As for the big flea collar companies, Zodiac didn't respond, while Sargent says it's following regulation and will be discontinuing the product. Hartz tells us the number of adverse reactions from their product is low, but adds it's constantly working to surpass our own standards for safety.
Okay, which way are we going to go?
Left or right?
Digby and his family are glad the test is done.
Well done, Digby!
Gentle, gentle.
But till there are stricter rules for flea collars, a safer way to keep fleas from becoming a real itch, brush and bathe your pet regularly. Any shampoo will do the trick. Vacuum lots and wash your pet's bedding. And keep grass and shrubs where your pet hangs out cut short. Marketplace is taking a break over the holidays, but we're already working on new investigations for 2015.
People have gotten so used to the taste of a processed product that that's actually what they prefer.
We're revealing juicy secrets about a popular breakfast drink.
I'm angry. I feel duped.
Searching the country for expensive ambulance fees. And we'll tell you how to avoid a sneaky charge when you travel.
People are being hoodwinked into paying something they don't have to pay.
I just don't understand how they can even get away with that.
Those stories and a lot more starting January 9th. Meantime, stay connected with us on Facebook and Twitter. From our family to yours, happy holidays.